Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
All right, everybody, welcome in as we get rocking and rolling here on a marvelous Monday. And our friends are back who I've missed greatly. It just has not been the same on a Monday.
Our surrogates didn't work well?
They worked well, but it's just not the same without Rick and Kaye. And so, hey, everybody, welcome in. Rick, good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you, Rob.
Good to see you. Welcome back. And we got a lot to talk about today. Because when you guys were gone, y'all went on some. We should have had that theme song, "Amazing Adventures," on the show. Whoa! There's like some Christian song, and it's "I'm on an amazing adventure." Because y'all went on a pretty amazing adventure, so I wanted to chat with that today. I think it'll be pretty cool. But we are here. Big thank you as always to our underwriters, Elliott's Jewelers, online at elliottjewelers.com. You can schedule an appointment there. And also Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, serving this area for over 28 years. Their website is tomorrowspromise.info. Do us a favor on this marvelous Monday. Let us know that you're out there. We would love to hear from you. You can text us at 936-339-0139. Of course, you can comment in on the social media feeds, just like Jamie Saucier, who is now officially our number one commenter. He comments right away. I think Jamie's waiting for us to have a contest, Kaye. So if you're the first commenter, you get something. So I don't know what we could do for that, Rick, but
I've got a nickel.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. So Jamie, we got
You've got a nickel?
Yeah.
We got.
I thought I took it.
Yeah. No, I've still got it.
I adjusted Kaye's microphone a while ago and messed it up. So you know what I miss, Kaye? I miss reaching over. You want to go back into that old studio just so I can reach over and adjust your microphone? I miss that. That was always our fun on Monday mornings.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I helped.
Instead of what's that Hank Williams Jr. song? I need an attitude adjustment. Oh, we need a microphone adjustment. Oh, it's good to have y'all back though. So
I'm glad we were missed. I guess.
By the way, Jamie wants the nickel. He just said.
Okay.
So he wants.
I can't see the comments.
Yeah.
They're
Hey,
behind me.
Jamie, go ahead and put up bunny ear comments back there because Rick can't see what's going on behind his head. That's where the comments are flying in now. So, well, how have y'all been, Kaye? I know we'll dig in. We always have our Monday mindset with Kaye Boehning. We'll do that here in a little bit, but and I want to do that first, and then I want to take a break and kind of talk about y'all's adventures that y'all have been on. But just give us a little teaser. Y'all have been gone for a couple of weeks, and it's good to have y'all back. What happened?
We went to Atlanta and saw the largest aquarium in the United States, and it had a whale shark and about a 30-foot manta ray.
That manta ray was big.
It was huge.
It would feed you for a week at least.
And I mean, we got to see it jump out of the water, and
It landed back in the water, just so you know.
Well, that's good.
But then we went to the zoo the next day, and before we left town, we went to the Coke Museum, and you could taste all the different brands of soda that Coca-Cola has all across the world.
Wow.
And
I didn't find any of them I liked.
yeah,
None.
yuck.
None. How many were there?
Oh, there were
About 100.
at least.
Good night.
They give you a little cup, and you just take a little sip. I mean, you could fill it up if you wanted to, but it's just a bunch of Coke dispensers all around the room.
And that was it. Just and where town was this in?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Atlanta. Is that like I guess the Coke capital then, huh? Okay. Wow. I would have liked that because I'm a big Coke guy.
Yeah, well, I haven't drank Coke in a long time.
Yeah, we spent, about 2 hours there?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's cool. I've been thinking about, we're getting ready to go on a vacation here in July, and I don't know if I shouldn't say like I'm grateful, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not a fan.
Why are you going?
Well, it's family thing. One, the cost. So I've been working. This was my first Saturday off in 6 Saturdays. I've been working 7 days a week to try to figure out a way to pay for this. So I've been doing a lot of jobs and stuff. And I'll find a way to enjoy it. Let me put it that way. I'll find a way to enjoy it. But I'm just not. I'm not keen on going to Mexico right now. I'll just put it that way. You guys have been though, right?
Oh yeah.
What's it like? Did y'all go to like Puerto Vallarta, or where did you go?
We've been Puerto Vallarta, but that was 20 years ago, wasn't it? Right after a hurricane wiped it out.
Plane tickets were like an all-time low.
We were on a cruise.
Oh, man.
That was one of the stops.
I gotcha. Yeah, we've been on a stop like at Cozumel on the cruise, but we're going like specifically to this place in Puerto Vallarta for a week. And I'm trying to find a way to be joyful about it. I'll put it that way.
You should be joyful.
Because
I do like Cancun. But, when we go there, we're at a conference and it's all-inclusive. And you just wander around and do whatever you want to do after the conference.
It's like an NPC in a video game.
Yeah.
It's non-player. You're just kind of wandering around. You bump into a mailbox and stuff.
Well, we don't do that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to be like negative about it because I do want to spend time with the family. But I guess, Kay, I'm just kind of wired to work. I need to find a way to enjoy things outside of work. Let me put it that way. I enjoy my family. Don't get me wrong there. But I just like to be doing stuff. And to be gone for 7 days and not be able to do things like in a work capacity, I'm going to have to figure out how to
Well, I
do
took my
something.
laptop and I worked, but I would have
She
rather
worked a lot.
not.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like I don't want to feel disconnected because I love what I do. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I guess that's just how brains are wired when you do your thing, right? It's like on a cruise when we've only taken 2 cruises. And that was the last vacation I took was probably 20. I don't know. When Bridget and I got together, she said, if you don't take a vacation, we're breaking up. And so, because I hadn't taken a vacation since I started my IT company. And so I finally went on my first vacation like in 2013. And we went on a cruise and I loved it because you can't do anything. You're just out there on this big boat. And when I say you can't do anything, I mean, there's everything to do on that boat, but you can't get off of it and go do anything. So you do everything right there on the boat. Unless you're at a excursion, yeah. And so we did that, and then we did it again a few years later. But that was 2017. And I told myself when I sold my IT company, we were going to go on a vacation. Well, we never went. And so we're approaching 9 years, and I haven't been on a vacation. And so it's time to just get away. Like a vacation to me is you got to be gone a week. If you're gone just 3 days, you don't have time to really disconnect. 3 days, I don't know, your brain doesn't settle down. Although my brain never settles down anyways, Kay.
She's the same way.
So, but
Mine's
it is
settled right now.
Rick came in and it just went,
Yeah.
the settling happened. But we are thankful, though. We're glad to have you guys back this morning. A little bit later, I do want to talk about everything y'all did. I mean, there was some pretty incredible,
We drove from Atlanta up to Kentucky and saw the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum, and they were really, really fascinating.
Yeah.
It was well worth the 7-hour drive.
Awesome. Well, I do want to hear more about that. I know our audience does. There's a lot of people that want to go to that. And so to hear a firsthand perspective, I think will be pretty cool. So I'd love for y'all. We're going to chat about that in a little bit as well. And a lot going on as we get started here on this Monday. Again, rain showers came overnight. Thankfully, we didn't have any severe weather right here in Huntsville. But just to some areas to our north and west, there was reports of baseball-sized hail, which if you can believe that, I mean, that's huge.
Oh, I've seen it.
And then there were just a thunderstorm that was parked right between Willis and the Woodlands area parked. I mean, for a couple of hours. I looked on the radar, and that thing almost was stationary. And it wasn't just a little rain. I mean, it downpoured in that area. I'm curious to know how many inches of rain they got overnight. Finally, after a few hours, that storm started moving. And it was weird because we went out to eat last night. And I'm telling you, there was this beautiful light show that just went on for probably 5 hours last night. I mean, just seemed like it was never ending. We went and ate, and when we walked in, it was lightning. And when we walked out, it was even more lightning. But it was like all that cloud-to-cloud lightning. There wasn't much hitting the ground. So we're thankful for the rain. And let us know this morning if you got a bunch of rain or if you had any hail last night. Because if you had hail, I already know what's going to happen. There's going to be about 10,000 roofing companies making their way into town with the big banners everywhere. Yeah. So, but that is kind of what happened overnight. A lot going on here in our community. We just wrapped up the National Day of Prayer last week, and I want to thank everybody who came out to that. We had a really good turnout. And on Friday, I was just telling you, our good friend Billy Holmes launched a show here on Spirit Radio, a new gospel show called Can I Get a Witness? And we've had really good feedback from that. And so that'll be happening every Friday at 5 o'clock going on. And so much starting to happen here now, and not just on this station, but I know with you guys, there's always something to do and a lot going on here in Huntsville. Well, I do want to stay here, Kaye, and kind of dig right in to week 28, if you can believe it. Already week 28 of the Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning. Now, friends, if you're joining us this morning, you're listening on Spirit 94.3. Maybe you're watching us on social media. Every Monday, we want to set the tone for the week, and that's why Kaye does this. And she's been doing it more than 28 weeks. I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, because before we had an official title, we were still doing it. But this is the Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning. And Kaye, let us know what you have for us today. Protecting peace. I think this is something that's really important.
Something I don't do real well.
Yeah.
So I need to have this one memorized.
Yes, ma'am.
Or maybe implement it more. So protect your peace without feeling guilty. So many people are exhausted not because they're doing bad things, but because they're doing too many things for too many people without leaving any room for themselves. And let me say this clearly. Protecting your peace is not selfish. Robin Sharma talks about guarding your energy and being intentional with your focus. And I think sometimes many of us struggle with, especially those of us who naturally help, serve, and take care of others, that we struggle with that. Mm-hmm. When we say yes when we're tired, we overextend ourselves, we carry things emotionally that were never ours to carry, and eventually we end up drained. The truth is, you can love people deeply and still have healthy boundaries. So why protecting your peace matters? You can't pour from an empty cup. When you constantly run on empty, everything suffers. Your patience, your focus, your health, and even your relationships. Boundaries create balance. Saying no to one thing often means saying yes to something more important. Your family, your health, your rest, or your peace of mind. And I can hear Rick griping at me.
We just heard a really subtle
Peace helps you respond better. When you're emotionally overwhelmed, it's harder to think clearly and lead well. Protecting your peace helps you show up as your best self. So your peace challenge for the week. Pause before saying yes. Give yourself time before committing to something new. This helps prevent you from overextending yourself. Protect your quiet time. Set aside even a few minutes each day without noise or distraction. This helps your mind and body reset. Release what isn't yours. Stop carrying responsibility for other people's choices or emotions. And this reduces emotional exhaustion. Boundaries are not walls. There are healthy limits that allow you to keep showing up with love and strength. And final thought, you do not have to earn rest. You do not have to apologize for protecting your peace. This week, give yourself permission to slow down, breathe deeply, and let go of what's weighing you down. Because peace isn't weakness, it's wisdom.
Boy, there's a ton to digest there.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'm really guilty of this.
I tell my children, raise your hand if you're this, and say me if you like. I'll joke with them and I'll say, if you love your daddy, raise your hand and say me. And I was just thinking about this. If you need to stop saying yes to everything, raise your hand and say me. I have learned, Friday I had an opportunity to, I'm very thankful for the opportunities to help people in the community. And man, I've just been running on fumes, and you know how that is, Kaye. You just go. And I don't like saying no. I try to help out. And Friday I had an opportunity to help business here in town. And I respectfully said no. And it was a good decision to say no, because normally I would have said yes. And Friday ended up being chaotic enough. And if I would have said yes, it would have added all that extra stress. So finally I had a chance to just breathe. At the end of Friday, after the gospel show with Chaplain Holmes, I just had a chance to breathe. And then Saturday, I got to enjoy the whole day finally. I just got a chance to get away and to enjoy the day. And Kaye, I don't know if you've ever felt like this, and this is a good discussion, because for me, I felt like if I say no, that I'm going to lose future opportunities. And it always comes back, and it worries me to think, well, man, if I say no to this, then they're never going to ask me to do it. You know, like emceeing events and doing stuff like that. You know, I've had to tell a few organizations, no, I'm not able to. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, they're never going to ask me again because I said no this time. And I've learned that you have to get over that fear of saying no and just do it if you know that you need it. Have you ever been kind of you get what I'm saying? Like I just feel like sometimes if I say no that, man, I've just lost a relationship or lost trust. And I think that's a complete lie.
Yeah. My problem is saying no to myself. It's like I have this idea. Ooh, I want to do this. And I have another idea. Ooh, I want to do this. And so, and then somebody asks me if, I've got a minute. And I'm like, sure. I'll sit down and talk to them for an hour about whatever they need to talk about. But I've already said yes to, so, but I do try to sit down and talk to people when they need help. And, then that puts me behind on other stuff. But, I don't usually regret talking to them, but I have too many ideas that.
You should see the tabs on our computer.
It's like they're only the icons now. The text is gone, Rick. It's just the icons.
Well, there's like 70 of them open at the top.
No, there's 105 opened on one of them, and 85 on the other, and 47 on the other one.
And those run, Rick. This is computer nerd talk for you and me.
Yeah.
Those run as separate processes on your system.
And this is why things run slow on her system, and she can't understand it.
Yeah. I did discover yesterday that, I've discovered it one other time too, but if you open another tab, that you can get to the point where you can't see and find the latest tab you open.
Yeah, it's just a little icon.
No, it doesn't show up.
It completely goes away, right?
It completely, and so then you have to delete stuff in order to get back to the one that,
Oh.
She doesn't realize it's just eating her computer alive.
And the same way it eats our brains alive. Yeah. Sometimes I think maybe we have too many tabs open in our brain, and I'm guilty of that too. And Autumn Wheaton just commented in, it's a good comment. She says, protecting peace, wow. Sounds easy. But not all decisions are easy, but often necessary. And I'll encourage people as much as I'm encouraging myself this morning. Say no sometimes. And if you have built trust with somebody and you say no to something, they're not going to discredit you. See, that was always my fear, Kaye, that if I said no, then I'll be discredited. And I've had to get over that fear because the things that we worry about most of the time they're not even received the way that we think that we're worrying about them, if that makes sense.
Well, 99% of the things you worry about never come to pass. Well, maybe 95%.
Somebody said something to me the other day that kind of stuck with me. It's like when you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And also, like if you're saying yes to doing another event, you're saying no to your family.
Well, it's kind of what you just said a few minutes ago here when we were going through the Monday mindset, and what it said made complete sense. It says when you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to your family. And I had to start thinking about that. All the things that I do, I'm like, I enjoy doing things, but now I'm taking away time from my family and those little babies.
Yeah, they're not going to be little very long.
They're only little for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, every once in a while, a thought will pop in. It did this morning because it was cup dilemma this morning. We had cup dilemma. That was a fun start.
I have that every morning.
Yeah, that's why your cup says faith like Noah, so we won't have cup dilemma. But we had, and in my brain, I was sitting there thinking, man, I wish we could just fast forward 10 years, and then I stopped myself. I was like, no, because I'm never going to have this moment again. One day I'm going to regret ever thinking that. And I don't know, just protect your peace. I think it's such an important message today. And maybe that's the same for somebody this morning that's behind a prison wall. There's a lot. I mean, you think about and I always say this, of course, there's a consequence for every action, whether it's good or bad. And maybe this morning you're behind a prison wall. And if you're in that situation, you're not worrying about paying bills. You're not worrying. You're just thinking about am I going to have a chance to get out of here? When is this going to happen? And you got a lot of time to sit and think this morning. And I want to encourage you to focus and think about the things that are good. No matter what the situation that you've been in, one is put your faith in Christ and pray. I think that's always the I know that's the foundation that we should all start with.
Amen.
But secondly, just, you know what? Let the Lord control the things. There's a reason that we put our faith in him. It's because we can't carry the weight of this world, and we can't carry the weight of all of these thoughts and all these things that we think we have to do, or that we not even think, but we know we have to do. There's a lot. Everybody has a lot to do. We all got to pay bills. We all got to put gas in the car. And I don't like putting gas in the truck right now because I put $20 in, and before that went a long way, and now it's every other day I'm filling up because that's all I can put in at the time. But there's nothing wrong with pausing and just reflecting on all the goodness that we have and being reminded that we have a Savior who came and died for us and gave us an opportunity to say, you know what? I don't need all this weight of this world to bear me down. Lord, take it from me. Doesn't mean that you just sit on the couch and nothing happens. You got to do something. But this morning, just give it all to him. And maybe that's the message, going from this protecting your peace. Maybe that's the message. It's just give it to him. Somebody today needs to hear that word of just give it to him. That's the phrase that I'm thinking of today. Give it to him and find a way to protect your peace. A really good message this morning, Kaye. And that's why we do Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning.
Sometimes our prison is our own mind.
Yeah. That's deep when you think about if all you could do is sit and think all day. There's a lot that would go on in my brain, and I don't know if I could handle it. To think about all the ideas that, you come up with, Kaye, and the ideas that I come up with, if I didn't have a way to put those into action, I'm going to really have to find a way to protect my peace. That's for sure. Well, hey, let's take a break. I do want to stay on the radio this morning. I know sometimes on the first segment we break and we go back to regular music and programming, but I want to have a special segment this morning as we continue here with Rick and Kaye Boehning for a reason, because I want you guys to give us kind of a firsthand account of more details about the Ark. I think this is something incredible. I know a lot of our listeners out there would really want to hear about this because many people have said, we want to go. And this is the life-size Ark that you can go and visit. Kaye and Rick had a chance to go, and they had a chance to go and experience the whole thing, which I've heard from people that ain't easy. And a lot of people don't get to experience the whole thing because it's so big.
Well, we took 2 days at each place.
So we definitely want to talk about that. A really, really interesting segment coming up. So, friends, stay with us. We got more. We're just going to take a brief break. We'll have a little bit of music playing here, and we'll be right back here on not only social media, but also on Spirit 94.3. Stay with us. More to come. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. And text in. Let us know what you're thankful for today as we keep going.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Making disciples of all nations. Here to the world. Spirit 94.3.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so glad Rick is. Kaye, please don't take this guy away from me so long next time. I needed my buddy, you know. Didn't have my friend for the ambassadors. Although you were with me the last one we went to, but then I went to another one and didn't have Rick.
It's sad.
Didn't have him on the show for a couple of weeks.
And I wish you'd have been with me at the Ark.
I really do. I get lonely without Rick, Kay. I just wanted to give a public confession. Rick is such a great friend of mine that I get a little lonely without him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Is that okay, Rick?
Yes, it's fine.
Kind of tear me up right here in my esophagus.
I'm teared up right now inside.
Like it tears me up in my esophagus. gives me reflux thinking about it. I'm so glad you're back. Kay, thanks for bringing him back safely.
I didn't have anything to do with that. That was the pilot.
That was me.
Oh, this is
I
good.
made all the arrangements.
Well, we do want to welcome all of you back. Thanks for hanging out with us here on Good Morning Huntsville. Time now is 8:01. You are listening to Spirit 94.3 KHSPLP here in Huntsville, Texas, and all across the world. We have a sign above our door now that says "From Here to the World," and that's when you walk into the studio. And I want to remind folks, please mark your calendars for Thursday, May the 28th. Thursday, May the 28th at 11 a.m., we are having our official grand opening of the studio and the station finally. We've got it to a point to where we're ready to welcome people in. The renovations are pretty much complete now, and we have all of our offices done. And so Thursday, May the 28th, 11 a.m., please plan.
Will there be food?
Well, here's what's
That's
cool.
the same time as the SBDC luncheon.
Yeah, and I was told that after they had said, yeah, let's do it on that day. And I can't change it now because I've already put it out there and planned it. So that'll be fun. So anyways.
What's the SPDC thing?
Where they announced the Reader's Choice Awards.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was really great that
Yeah, that's
I wasn't given a heads up on that.
a lot of good planning there.
Yeah. So anyways, we're not changing it because we already had it all.
Yeah.
After I was by the way, that lunch is today. That would have been nice to see that, but oh well.
How
that
long
means
is your grand opening?
we'll be here till 1.
Oh.
So it'll go from
11:30?
Yeah. I didn't get a call, so we won't be at that lunch because I'm assuming they called people for that lunch, so we're not going to be at it anyway.
We had to go ring doorbells.
Yeah. So, anyways, come if you can. We're going to have our grand opening, our ribbon cutting at 11 a.m. on Thursday, May the 28th, and we'd love to have you here. We are going to have lunch provided across the street, so we'll actually have a lunch as well, and so come and hang out if you can. So.
Well, I would like to be here for the ribbon cutting because, that's part of my job.
Yeah, what time is that lunch at noon or something? Noon to 1?
I think it starts at 11:30.
11:30.
We'll run by before we go over there.
Yeah, and come on by and we'll snap the ribbon pretty quick. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get sour about it, but I was told that's a great day. Let's do it. And then after we put out the RSVPs and already marketed it, oh, by the way, the SBD, I was like, great.
Good to know.
Thanks. But anyways, I don't care. It's fine. That means less people, less food. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's always towards the last week of May.
Yeah. So anyways, it's all good. So come by. We'll try to cut the ribbon promptly, and then for those that have to leave. But for the rest of you, I know there's a lot of people that won't be at that lunch because I think it's invitation only. And so if you're not invited, it means you didn't win. Come here, you'll win with you'll win with us on Spirit 94.3. So come and hang out. We have a great audience too, and so many of you that may be working that day, if you do get a chance to take a lunch, take that lunch about 11:15. We'll cut the ribbon quickly, and then we'll feed you across the street. So we're going to have a nice catered meal over here too for everybody. So we just want to say thank you, and it'll be a fun day.
Sorry, I'm going to miss that.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll record it for you.
Thanks.
We'll record it for you.
But it's not the same as being here.
Yeah, it's okay.
'Cause, I miss you too.
I know. Got that reflux going.
Well, especially since we've been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's actually a pain right down here.
Yeah. We'll do character cutouts, the big boards or whatever. So, well, anyways, give us some updates real quick, Miss Kay and Rick. Y'all have already led into this about a very fabulous trip that y'all went on, and I know that you went to the Coca-Cola factory and all that, but specifically wanted to talk about the Ark. So give us the rundown, Kay. You and Rick just kind of let us know about this, and it's in Kentucky, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close to the Ohio border.
Go ahead. I want you to start.
Yeah.
You wanted me to start? Well, we drove there from Atlanta. I was trying to keep up with my nephew-in-law who has no concept of the speed limit.
So you guys flew into Atlanta,
Yeah.
and then rental car.
Rented a car, drove to Kentucky.
Okay.
Well, I actually drove for 7 hours. It was a long way. I don't know why they decided to drive. They told us about this trip, and oh yeah, we want to go. So we kind of hitched a ride to Atlanta.
So this was a 7-hour drive there, but y'all got a hotel and everything.
Oh, yeah.
There. Where was it at in Kentucky? The Ark.
At
Williamstown.
Williamstown, and we stayed at a hotel that you could see the Ark from it. It's right
Oh,
there.
cool. Is it part of the whole compound
No,
or?
it's outside the fence.
Okay.
But the Ark is enormous. Just so you know, 500 cubits. That's a long way.
Yeah, the number like 500 doesn't sound much, but when you say cubits, that's actually pretty big.
Yeah, the cubit is this to this, and if they were using a royal cubit, which is another 4 inches on top of there,
Yeah.
so it it's pretty good sized place.
Kay, when y'all walked up to this, I mean, I'm sure there's this grand entrance when you walk up. What was your first thought when you walked up to the Ark and you saw this for the first time?
Oh, I mean, you've seen pictures of it, but it doesn't compute walking up to it. It's huge. And then when you walk inside, just how wide it is, and then it's forever long.
Yeah, it's 3 decks high.
Wow.
And the deck's 20 feet.
Wow.
The thought now, yeah, and you see signs that says creative liberty,
Because nobody knows exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, you don't know. You can know the measurements, and that's it. And they've done research as to how many different species existed on the planet, and they didn't do like a dog, like 4 different varieties of dogs, and the coyote and the wolf and stuff. They had one species, the canine, that they put on the Ark, and then from the gene pool of those 2 that first were on the Ark, then you get the different kinds of animals, like the Doberman and the Chihuahua.
No, those are people bred.
Again,
Coyotes, wolves.
yeah, but they're all dogs. They're all of that family.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it was 6,700 is what they thought different kinds of animals were on the Ark.
Something like that.
Wow.
I don't remember the exact number.
Because they took 7 pair of the clean animals and only 1 pair of the unclean animals, and nobody knows exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the clean animals are explained later on, but it wasn't mentioned at that time what clean animals were. So they assumed it was the same definition of clean animals that was given to, is it Moses?
I think it was Moses.
Yeah, Moses when he gave the law out. So they went on that interpretation of what clean animals were. And then, the storage facility of all the food. I mean, they were on the Ark for over a year.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And just, they had different bases. I mean, they were like 4 feet high.
Oh.
With cork.
Amorphe.
With cork in them to seal and preserve whatever was inside. And then they'd have round ones, that were like this wide. But they had a bunch of different pottery from that era that's been found, and so they reconstructed those.
Wow.
And then thinking about the cages, to try to feed all those animals and water them every day and things like that. So they had kind of not automatic feeders, but, they had boxes on them on the outside of the cage where you could put a bunch of food in that would last several days. And then they had a watering system. And
once again, this is all, speculation. Nobody knows for sure how they did it. But it was fairly ingenious the way they had it set up.
I would imagine that there was this whole committee, multiple people that got together.
Yeah.
And probably took years and years. I mean, this decade of
Noah
planning.
did this by himself with his sons. So.
Yeah. He had the divine intervention.
I guess.
And just to build something that many stories high, with
the thing is enormous.
Yeah, there's timbers in there that are this big.
Wow.
They're like 2 feet in diameter that span from the top to the bottom that, would be used to hold up the ship.
Now,
on the inside.
you had said, Kay, it took y'all 2 days to go through this. You had stopped because y'all like to read, all the history and all of the videos and everything. What was that experience like?
Well, the first day we were with my sister and her daughter and their 3 small boys, who are boys. Don't have very long attention spans.
It's a massive playground.
So we're still on the first floor, and they're all the way up to the third.
Yeah.
So we kind of kept that one short, and then we came back the next day and finished it. Well, 2 days later.
Yeah.
Did they have live animals in the ark? Like, no live? Okay.
They do have a zoo on the grounds, but they don't have any live animals in the ark.
Yeah, that's good.
And they had, they had models of the different animals, and then they'd have descriptions of what species they were and what they ate and stuff like that. And talked about they probably put juveniles on board of the animals so that they weren't as big and wouldn't require as much food and things. And just things I didn't really ever think about, And then it's like, what do you do with all the poop? And they had
There wasn't a 1-800 company you could call to come scoop it. Scoop.
1-800 poop scoop.
Yeah, that didn't exist.
But they had like little chutes that stuff would roll down and into a main collecting area, or wheelbarrow,
Yeah.
where you have to wheelbarrow stuff out, and then
That's where the word roly-poly came from.
even ventilation.
You wouldn't think about it, but you got to have ventilation.
Oh, yeah.
And how you might raise different parts of the roof and get sunlight in, and the lighting inside, and then
It was very dim in there.
You have to have the oil for the lamps to be able to light it, and just everything, how they might have collected rainwater and kept fresh water on, and they even had the living quarters, imagined living quarters of the families, and a kitchen that to show food prep and things like that. Like I said, they admit that they had to take creative liberties because basically all is the size of the ark. And
I wonder if this is so neat, Kay, because it really is like getting me to think about, because as a child you hear the story.
Yeah.
And the story is God brought them on 2 by 2. The door was open. The animals came on 2 by 2. The door was shut. The ark floated. The waters receded. They went back and repopulated the earth.
Right.
That's the gist of the story.
But then
where
they show you the actual details.
Yes. And so I'm sitting here thinking, you just mentioned something. I never thought about where did they store the food? Where did they get the food to feed them? And then the other one that you just mentioned, the ventilation. And then this one, where did they get their food from? And I started to think, did some of these animals, while they were there, did they breed? Did they have enough time? Were they able to eat, like if the animals bred together? Were they able to take the offspring? I'm starting to have all these questions
All
now.
animals ate vegetables before.
Okay.
according to the Bible, nobody ate meat before the flood.
Yeah.
And then after the flood, then it was put in that you could eat meat.
But did they talk about how Noah and them had their food?
Yeah, it showed kitchen and how they stored things.
Yeah, that's
the
so
plants and different things, and they even had like a nursery set up, where you could plant seeds and stuff and have plants growing.
Okay.
So that they could sustain, because
Wow.
you're going to run out of fresh food after a while.
So they were, it was all just vegetables while they were on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, see, this is so cool. This is why I wanted you to talk about this. I really want to go see this.
You really should. I mean, if you get the chance, go.
It's amazing.
I would assume.
And we're the kind of people who have to stop and read everything. Everything.
Are you that guy when y'all go that has like the fanny pack and then you have like the camera with the big strap on it and the fanny pack?
No, I'm not that guy.
The hat that says official tourist.
I'm the guy that reads it and moves on to the next one.
You're the guy that, can you quit reading that? It's my turn. No, just
Well,
kidding.
yeah, because I read a lot faster than most people.
Did you feel, Kaye, through all of this experience? I mean, it's such a tremendous experience. Again, we're talking with Rick and Kaye Boehning about the Ark there in Kentucky. It's a place that I want to go. I want to take the children and go. Was the message of the gospel presented?
Oh, yes. Everywhere.
Awesome.
You got the message at the Ark Encounter, and you got the message at the Creation Museum, and they're about 45 miles apart.
45 minutes.
45 minutes, but they are very much intertwined with each other.
Yeah. We have a year pass for both of them.
Yeah, we bought a cup, and for $20, and I could get refills in that cup at either place.
So tell about that real quick. There's two parts to this then.
Yeah. The Creation Museum is affiliated with the Ark, but they're not
Same
next
people.
to each other.
And it's not on the same property.
Oh, no. They're different cities.
They did the Creation Museum, I think, first when we watched that
about
video.
20 years ago.
And then they had the idea to do the Ark. And their property that the Creation Museum is on is not big enough to do the Ark. And so they prayed about it and had search committees and stuff, and they found two pieces of property next to each other and bought 800 acres.
Wow.
So that's close to the other one.
I know this is like a man-made thing, and so I don't want people to like mishear what I'm saying, because for me, I really want to go to the Holy Land, and I know things right now are pretty tough to do that, but eventually, before I pass away when I'm 93, I don't want to be 100. I want to be 93 now.
Why 93?
I don't know. It's just a good age. 100's too much. So I've gotten older. I used to want to live to be 100 when I was little, and now I just want 93. 100's too much. So when before I pass at 93, I want to go to the Holy Land. And the reason I said that, I want to be careful. I don't want to, because this is man-made. But this is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
As a Christian, to go to something, even a non-Christian. And Kaye, I can only imagine the people that have came through here, and a seed has been planted in their life to say, man, I really need to know who Jesus Christ is. Through this beautiful Ark that is as much as we know in our minds was like the original, but we still don't know. But still, to have that where people can go to, that's got to be incredible. When y'all said y'all were going, I was kind of jealous. I was like, well, good for y'all.
Well, you could have gone.
I've told him it's been on my bucket list that I wanted to go see it, and I had heard about the Creation Museum, but I didn't know it was that close, and so or by the same people. The Creation Museum was fascinating. It was when you first walk in, it talks about dragons and all the different folklores around the world where dragons exist and the stories of dragons and things. And St. George, I don't know if you know that story or not. Anyway, he was he a knight?
Yeah.
And he was going into this town, and he saw a princess, and she was being left out to be the sacrifice for the dragon. And so he slew the dragon, or maimed the dragon, and they dragged it into town. And they drew lots as to whose turn it was to be sacrificed to the dragon, and the king's daughter, her name came up. And so he said that his only thing was that he wanted everybody to know who Jesus was.
Wow.
But there's all kinds of stories about dragons, and then it's like fire-breathing dragons specifically, and it talks about in Job.
Yeah.
The behemoth is a fire-breathing, and so it's like, I'm having a hard time with this one, and then in the part of the museum, they have Dr. Crawley's lab. And there's actually a guy, and his name is Crawley, and he collects insects.
He's creepy, too. Creepy Crawley. That's where Creepy Crawley came from.
And they have this little animated figure of him, that can tell different stories. And he talks about a bombardier beetle. And this beetle, when it's threatened, it has two chemicals inside its hind end.
We call that an abdomen.
Okay. That mix together, and he shoots it out, and it comes out at 212 degrees.
That's boiling.
Yeah.
To ward off his predators.
I thought everybody had known about a bombardier beetle.
No.
Well, I've heard of
she
bombardiers, but
Oh,
not the bombardier beetle.
The only deer I know about besides regular deer is John Deere. I don't know about a bombardier.
And so, you know,
bombardier.
I went and Googled.
Got you, didn't I?
Okay. Continue on, Kay.
So I
Sorry.
went and Googled different chemicals that exist in living organisms. You know, and like hydrochloric acid and mixed with something else can actually produce fire. And it's like, okay, I'm beginning to see that there might have been an animal that had something that, you know,
Yeah.
could burp and have fire. If this bombardier beetle can squirt out stuff that's 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, no joke. Does that beetle, is it still exist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're around. They live in the forest.
Good night.
But I mean, it was this little obscure video that we watched the very last of watching the Samatron thing. And then it was like, oh. And it gave seed to, let's look up these different things and see if there's a possibility. I mean, with God, anything's possible, but, you know, you try to take modern science and prove something.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's all
This
this.
is the fire breathing stuff is all her research.
This is all my conjecture.
They
as
didn't
to- they
have any
didn't say
explanation
anything.
for
Yeah.
It's still pretty cool though to think about. It's neat. You're right. With God, all things are possible, and so highly would encourage people. It sounds like if you get a chance to go to Kentucky, go,
Yeah.
go and experience both of these great things. I'm assuming they run these as nonprofits too. You know,
I think so.
as a nonprofit type deal. So pretty cool.
Well, they made a lot of profit off me because coffee's $3.
Well, that's cheaper than some places. That's not too bad. It's not your 79-cent run of the mill.
Well, they also wouldn't let me refill. I got this cup and I couldn't refill it.
Well, he kept his receipt, and at the Ark, if you keep your receipt, you can get a refill of coffee for $1. So
Not bad.
But not in this.
You
they
didn't-
still made about $30 off of him every day, I think.
Just don't be like my uncle. He used to show up to the Pico. You remember the Pico gas stations? Pico, P-I-C-O. It was real big in Mexico, and there was a few in South Texas and a few scattered about the state, but it was Pico, and it was a little parrot bird on the logo. And my uncle had this big old, like, 64-ounce jug. Okay? Well, their fountain machine said any size, 79 cents.
Yeah. So they got a gallon.
So what do you think he did? Took in his gallon 64-ounce jug and filled it up. And they started to argue with him. And you're not going to win an argument with my uncle because you love him. You just want him to go. And so they were like, whatever. And so he would go in with this jug and fill it up. So there you go, Rick. Next time, bring a jug. Just fill it up and say, look, guys, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to fill it up and go about my way. And I'm going to invite 10 other people to come, so you've made your money back. So,
But yeah, the Creation Museum had all kinds of things, from the insects to all about how babies are formed and the different way the placenta attaches to the mother and detaches, and how you don't bleed to death. And, you know, it was just, there were a lot of things. I thought I knew a lot about pregnancy and stuff, but it was like, oh, wow, that's amazing how
I
that
know a lot
happens.
more than I'm used to.
well, I think, it's a whole nother discussion, but I was amazed, like, when we had our first child, like, really, because you hear about it, but until you experience it, it's so much different. And I thought about, like, how is this life in this amniotic sac, and it's like breathing in, it's breathing in liquid, basically. And then as soon as that pops, the air comes into the lungs, after time.
And it explained all that.
And I mean, you think about that. And I'm not judging anybody at all, because there may be somebody listening today say, I don't believe in God. Well, that's why this station exists, why we do this show, why we talk, because we want you to understand that there is a God who loves you. And to think about, how could we just exist just on a whim without anything? There has to be a God. and there is a God. But even that, in that moment, whenever the doctor was explaining, I was like, well, how does this child go from like breathing in all this liquid or whatever to like, he goes, oh, it's just a miracle. It's the way it works. And I thought about that. Like, that just doesn't happen out of a puddle.
No.
There had to have been a divine intervention, a creator, and that creator is our God, because in faith we believe in Christ. And it's just amazing. I want to go to both of these now. Okay, we're going to shut down the show the next 2 weeks. Y'all come on. We'll figure out a way. We'll pay all of y'all. No, I'm just kidding. But we'll just shut this thing down for 2 weeks. Jamie, let's go.
There's a shunt between the heart and the lungs that is there in the womb.
In the baby.
That's there, but then when the umbilical cord
It
detaches, it disappears.
It's unbelievable.
You know,
It shuts off and evaporates or whatever.
And the blood goes one way through it.
Resorbs is the word.
And then it's like a lid shuts and never traverses that path again right after birth, and then it just is absorbed by the body. But there's like a valve that shuts off.
Boy, that's so it's so
amazing.
Neat. It's awesome. That's why I just say again and again, when you look around you, how could you not believe? And I think that's what happens, Kaye, is so many times in life we get into these routines of the things that we have to do that we don't stop and pause and just reflect on all that's around us. And especially, we need to get out of the homes and get out of the workplaces sometimes, and we just need to go walk, and we just need to go walk in nature and pause and look at all the creation around us. And I believe in that moment, if you pause and you truly look around, you're going to meet God.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that all of this just happened on a whim out of nothing. I just refuse to believe that. And I want to encourage anybody out there today that if you feel any kind of tug at your heart this morning, that I believe that's the Holy Spirit, and you need to answer that call today. And I've always encouraged people that the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive. That doesn't mean worldly things, although sometimes it could mean something that you need help with. God will help you. Just reach out and pray. But in a spiritual sense, ask and ye shall receive. Lord, reveal yourself to me. Maybe somebody's prayer this morning, Kaye, needs to be, Lord, reveal yourself to me. And if you pray that prayer and you mean that, you're truly seeking that, I promise you that he's going to reveal himself to you. Maybe you're in a prison wall this morning and you're saying, boy, I need something. This morning, get on your knees right now in that prison wall. Get on your knees right now and say, Lord, reveal yourself to me. He's going to show up.
Amen.
So, boy, good message. I love this today. This was great. Just sharing that. I knew it was going to be great just because you guys got to go. And I was so excited that y'all went because I wanted to hear the firsthand story. I've never met anyone that has been to this ark before.
Oh, it's
Evidently half the people of our church have.
Yeah. So, Autumn Wheaton, by the way, going back just to your word a little bit earlier, Kaye, with the Monday Mindset with Kaye Boehning, she said, good advice for those on both sides of the bars. I'm trying to feel guilty about counting down to April 30th, 2030. She says, my retirement, which at TDC they joke, so that's their parole date. I try to focus on my employees that need me right now and how it must make them feel if I keep talking about leaving.
Yeah.
So, well, good word. Well, let's take a very quick break. We're going to go back to music and programming on Spirit 94.3. We'll wrap it up. Something important that Charlotte talked about that I want to continue that discussion with you, Kaye, when we wrap up here in just a few moments. Stay with us. If you're on social media, we'll talk about that. If you're on the radio, head over to the social media side. You can join us on Hello Huntsville at the Hello Huntsville YouTube page and also on Hello Huntsville Facebook. We'll take a break, though. We'll be back in a moment. More to come as we continue on. This is your show with our final segment coming up on social media. This is Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friend, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to let you know that Elliott's Jewelers right here in Huntsville, they're celebrating World Diamond Day all month long with a special annual diamond event. Right now, through May the 31st, you can save 30% on in-stock diamond jewelry valued at $3,000 or more. So whether you're shopping that perfect gift for your mother, an anniversary, an engagement ring, or a gift that says more than words can, Elliott's Jewelers offers personalized service by appointment only. They also offer custom designs, jewelry repair, gold buying, appraisals, and restoration. You can book your appointment today at Elliott's Jewelers right here in Huntsville. Visit them online to book that appointment at elliotsjewelers.com.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hi, I'm Kaye. No, listening to Barrett Radio.
From Huntsville, Texas, hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
Well, we told you we were going to go in to a discussion about something. But first, from Studio 1229J, after a 2-week reprieve, hiatus, a hyena hiatus. I don't even know what that means.
It means you laugh for the whole time you're gone.
There ain't no laughing, there were only tears.
I'm sorry.
They're back. It's time for Rick
and Kaye's
Top 10. Kaye, and the words of my friend Johnny Canales, you got it. Take it away.
It's officially National Eat What You Want Day.
That's every day.
That's
me.
not every day for me.
Okay.
And Kaye and I are taking this very seriously. No diets, no regrets, just pure joy. Here we go.
Number 10, start the day like a champion. Breakfast for every meal. Pancakes for breakfast, waffles for lunch, French toast for dinner, and yes, Rick, cereal at midnight is mandatory.
Darn right it is. Number 9, the midnight snack attack. Keep that fridge door swinging all day and night. Cold pizza at 2 a.m., acceptable. Leftover cake, that's even better.
Number 8, guilty pleasure revival. Dig out that childhood junk you haven't touched in years. I'm talking Neo orange cheese puffs, yum, microwave s'mores, or those sugary cereals with the cartoon mascot. Zero shame allowed.
Number 7, the one of everything challenge. Walk into your favorite bakery or ice cream shop and just say it. One of each. Watch your faces light up or fill with fear. Either one's okay.
Number 6, dessert first and second and third. Life is short. Eat cake before the salad even thinks about showing up. I'm starting my day with cheesecake. Thank you very much.
Number 5, all-you-can-eat buffet takeover. Find the biggest one in town and treat it like a sport. We're doing multiple laps. Plates never touch empty, and that's the rule.
Number 4, the ultimate food crawl. Drive-through tacos, then pizza, then cheese fries, then whatever looks dangerous. No sharing, no judgment, just pure chaos on wheels.
Number 3, cook your forbidden favorites. Extra cheese, extra bacon, bacon-wrapped bacon, deep-fried everything. If it used to make you feel guilty, it's the main character today.
Number 2, picnic with 0 healthy options. Pack fried chicken, chips, cookies, soda, and candy. Spread a blanket and eat with your hands like the glorious animals we are.
And the number 1 way to celebrate National Eat What You Want Day, eat it all and post it. Take pictures of every ridiculous plate. Caption them with hashtag Eat What You Want Day and make your healthy friends jealous. And the bonus tip from me, tell your scale you're on a break. Don't even look at it tomorrow.
And my bonus, if someone side-eyes your plate, just smile and offer them a bite. Then eat the whole thing anyway.
Happy National Eat What You Want Day.
Oh, happy National Reflux Day. You guys stirred up my reflux over there talking about all this. All that bacon and...
Bacon-wrapped bacon.
Oh, bacon-wrapped bacon.
My favorite.
Oh, man. Well, there you go. That is your Rick
and Kaye's
Top 10.
And you'll see Rick in sweatpants tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it is National Eat What You Want Day, and that's a good day, but it's also a good day because Rick and Kaye are here. We appreciate them. A big thank you, as always, to Elliot Herzlich for all of your jewelry needs. Go by and see our great friend, Mr. Elliot Herzlich. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com, and you can set up the appointment online, again, at that website, and go by and see Elliot. He'll take excellent care of you. Of course, we are here on this very marvelous, magnificent Monday, and a big thank you to Rick and Kaye Boehning of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. 3 locations to serve you here in Huntsville. And friends, even if you're outside of Huntsville, it's so easy to get here. Maybe you live in New Waverly. I know you have some folks that live in New Waverly. Maybe you live in Beedice. Maybe you live in Cold Spring. It's only 15, 20 minutes here to Huntsville. It's not very far. And I'll tell you what, your children will thrive just as mine has. By the way, real quick, Kaye, and I wanted to say this, big thank you to Tomorrow's Promise. And we'll talk about something really exciting as we wrap up here in just a few moments. Braylon, out of nowhere, was saying the Pledge of Allegiance. She learned that at Tomorrow's Promise. Here's my little girl, 4 years old, understanding the importance of what it is to be an American also. And she can say that Pledge of Allegiance word for word. And then she asked me to say it in Spanish. And I said, I have no idea how to do that. Googlina will tell us. But she learned all that at the school. So thank you. I wanted to share that. I knew you'd be joyful to hear that. So
what about the Texas flag?
She didn't say that one. And I learned that one from just being in Huntsville.
I did too. I never heard it before I came to Huntsville.
Nope. Well, speaking of the school, and I wanted to wrap up with this, Charlotte, we were great to have Charlotte the last couple of weeks, but I wanted to touch base on something that she mentioned last week was about the new elementary program option that's coming to Tomorrow's Promise. So let us know kind of how that's going and maybe give us a little bit more details on that, Kaye. It's really exciting times at the school.
Yeah, we're still in the planning stages. We're going tomorrow to go look at some materials and curriculum because we've got to set everything up. But we have got accreditation and we're accepting the TIFA funds. And we're planning on doing something a bit unusual. I want to make it where the parents don't have to pay anything if they have the TIFA funds. They won't have to pay for summer care. They won't have to pay for after-school care because school's going to be all day, all year. And that sounds kind of like, oh, gosh, we're going to have the kids sitting at a desk all day long, and, that's not what Montessori is. So Montessori is all about exploration and mastery before they move on to the next lesson. And so each child will learn at their own pace. And, if you want to go to visit the Ark in the middle of March or April, like my niece and nephew did with their children, they pulled them out of school and they were doing homework and stuff while they were gone. And no, they should get to go visit the Ark and do something like that, and then just come back and pick up where they left off in their schooling. So I want to make it where the TIFA funds cover everything, and they don't have to come up with extra money in the summer.
Love that. Well, this is such an exciting time at Tomorrow's Promise. I wanted to share a little photo here, Miss Kaye. You can see it right there behind you on the screen there. That's my little buddy learning to paint. And that is the hands-on method that you will get at Tomorrow's Promise. And you know what I love about that? Whenever I saw that, he even has a little cover over him, so I didn't have to worry about them colors getting on his clothes.
It might get on his face.
That's okay. They're children, though. If they do, it's a watercolor anyways. But I was so excited. Y'all keep us updated. And Caden, that's my little buddy, and he has just developed this incredible little attitude that it's a cool little attitude. Like, as your children grow.
When I hear the word attitude, I think bad.
No, he's got a good little attitude. He's so generous. He always says thank you everywhere we go. He tells people God bless you. And I guess the real word I'm looking for, not just a good attitude, but he has such a great little personality.
Okay.
And he has learned so much at the school, and I'm so thankful. And thank you, Lord. The pacifier is gone. We were struggling with that thing, and we had tried taking it away, and finally over the last 2 weeks, he never had it at school, but it was like at night, and then whenever he was at home, and we tried, and it didn't work. But I knew the time would come, and it is now gone. So thank you, Kay, for all that y'all do at Tomorrow's Promise.
I still have mine.
Yeah, I saw it there, Rick. Well, hey, a great day today. Such a fun show, learning about the Ark and highlighting the great things at Tomorrow's Promise. I want you right now, go to tomorrowspromise.info, set up a time, give them a call, and go tour the locations. If you've got children, maybe you're a guardian of a child, this is where your children need to be. Rick, any final comments before we go? It's been fun today, man. I'm glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
I needed you, buddy. I'm glad you're back.
I hear you.
Even though you gave me reflux with that top 10.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be better next month.
Well, good to have y'all back.
Next month?
Monday.
Yeah.
Monday.
Wait, you're leaving me again? Well, Kay, any final comments? Thanks for being here. It's always great to have you guys.
No, just if you get a chance, even Google it. It's not the same as going, but, Google it and watch some of the videos about it. There's some videos on the inside and things like that if you can't.
And it has ramps.
There. Yeah.
Ramps go up to each level.
Well, they also have elevators.
And they have elevators if you can't walk. I mean, my sister was in a wheelchair most of the time.
There was a sign there that says on the elevators, these weren't really here. Don't. This is the only I'm just kidding. Well, friends, great morning today. Thank you again to Tomorrow's Promise. And, Rick, that will wrap it up today.
Why, thank you, Rob. Have a wonderful day.
Hey, Huntsville, we love you. God bless you. As I end every broadcast reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lynn, I don't know what this is in the background. Lend a hand of support.
It's a heavenly choir is what it is.
Somebody out there needs you. Good morning, and God bless. We'll see you, Rick and Kay. Thank y'all. Good to see y'all.